It's time for Artist Direct on KDEC FM 100.5, your local connection to the music scene. Today's program is made possible by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco.
I'm obsessive and I'm forgetful in one. I'm a little too desperate for love. I spend hours doing nothing. I convince myself I'm doing something here. Ooh, it's something for us. Look at my face, let me see you there. Let me run my fingers through your hair. So much missing, but I forget when we start kissing. It seems this wasn't meant for us. So put your hands on mine, feel my body rise, kiss my lips and eyes, and don't forget it isn't right. Let me have tonight. We've come a ways from where we've been. It fell apart, don't ask me when. And it was such a cold December, but one look at you and I can remember the warmth. Ooh, and it was worth the fight. So put your hands on mine, feel my body rise, kiss my lips and eyes, and I'll forget it isn't right. Just let me have tonight. Let me touch down on the other side of our broken light and see where we sacrificed this life and what we thought was meant to be. And how is it that you can do the best you can and still not understand what happened here? Ooh, what happened here? And I died for another chance at it all. If I knew I could catch us before the fall, 'cause I saw us growing old, but there was too much hate and our hearts went cold. So you see, it's too late for us. So put your hands on mine, feel my body rise, kiss my lips and my eyes, and I'll forget it wasn't right. Just let me have tonight. Ooh, let me have tonight. Please let me have tonight.
It's Artist Direct here on FM 100.5. That's Let Me Have Tonight. The new release from Cait Leary, who is on the phone with us from Minneapolis this morning. Hi, good morning, Cait.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Of course, we're happy to have you. This is a big day for you.
It is. My CD release tonight. I'm very excited about it. I've been planning it for about 2 months now. So.
No kidding. Yeah, the big CD release. Now, this is your first album.
It is my debut album. I did a kind of live in studio recording a few years back with a friend of mine in college. But yeah, this is the first official record for me, so very exciting.
And for those folks, I mean, it's a Friday. We've got folks that like to travel in our area, either in our Wisconsin territories or here in Iowa or in Minnesota, that are going to be going up to Minneapolis. That's where you are tonight.
Woohoo!
Where are you going to be if people want to find you?
I will be playing at Nick and Eddie Restaurant, and it's located right off Loring Park, downtown Minneapolis.
Very cool.
Music will start about 9 p.m., and I'll be playing around 11 p.m. if you're out late. So
that sounds great.
The plan.
11 p.m.
Tim, you're such an old man. Look at you. You're like, what? 11?
Well, normally a CD release party, the kind that we talk about normally, we say music at 7, music will be done at 9. But maybe that's just because we're usually plugging shows in decor. This is the cities we're talking about.
I know. I'm thinking about it too. My family wants to come out, and I'm like, well, you guys are gonna have to stay up kind of late.
Now,
they're like, maybe we'll make the next show.
That's awesome. So, where's your family from? Where are you from?
I grew up right here in the cities, a suburb called Chaska, Minnesota. It's about 30 minutes southwest.
Yep, we all know Chaska. So your family's from up there. It's not that they have so far to go. It's just that it's a late night.
It is, and then driving all the way home, and it gets a little hectic.
So, Cait, what has your family been saying, or what do they feel like about you coming out with this debut album and taking the road of the singer-songwriter?
My whole family was a little skeptical at first. I've always been kind of studious, so high school, and I went to college, it was kind of confusing for them for a while. I think they were kind of perplexed by my decision, but they're very supportive. I guess it's all worked out very well so far. So,
have they had some experience with you as going down this road for a while? This is not a new endeavor for you. Have you been sowing the seeds for this for some time?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't think I really came out and said, I really want to pursue music until about a year or two ago. But I have been writing songs since I was in 5th grade. I realized the other day, the first song I ever wrote was in 5th grade on the piano. I played it for my whole music class. I don't even remember doing that hardly. But yeah, I guess I've just kind of been doing this since I can remember.
The important question is, do you remember the song that you wrote in 5th grade?
I don't. I remember it had it had a kind of major chord progression. That's about it. Simple.
Just think all those lost songs, lost years. We're on the road here, we're on the air with Cait Leary. I wish we were on the road, Tim. That's a good idea. We should get over and see Cait's performance tonight. It's so fun because we found out about you kind of via Facebook and then email, and it was such a great surprise to learn that you actually worked with Grammy Award-winning producer Brett Hoos over at Soundstrations in La Crosse. Now, did you actually go and record with him in La Crosse?
I did. I was down there probably twice a month for increments of 4 days for about a year consistently. And he's a good friend of mine. When I was in college, I met him through a mutual friend, and he used to run sound for us at gigs whenever we played in La Crosse.
Cool.
So, yeah, the original plan was for us to just record a kind of live in studio album, and I went down there in October of 2010, and we did everything. We ran through it all. We got it all done in a day, and we were listening to it, and he was just kind of like, let's make an album. Let's just do this, and he really helped me out with the whole project. I owe him a lot. I owe the whole album to him, really. So he's great.
That's so cool. And, of course, he's worked with Bill Miller and Michael Martin Murphey for those folks that are aware of those people.
That's a lot of road tripping to La Crosse. Wow.
It is. I got used to the journey. I kind of miss it now.
Did you find yourself, as a singer-songwriter, do you find times like that allow you to start working on other pieces?
I mostly stayed with family and friends down there, so I wasn't alone, I guess, most of the time. But it helped me get a lot of the promotional work done and stuff like that.
And that much time in La Crosse, did you get a chance to play some venues in our area when you've been down here before?
I really didn't this past year. I was scoping it out a little bit. I looked into the Root Note and some other really cool bars. But no, I used to play down there a lot with my former bandmate. Her name was Winnie Clocky, and she actually grew up in Alaska.
Sure.
So she knew a lot of places. We played at like the Trempolo Hotel.
Yep.
We played at the State Room. Can't really think of anything else. Let's see, Rock in the Docks. Have you guys ever heard of that?
How was that for you?
It was fun. We got to open for Pat McCurdy. Yeah, kind of a surreal thing for just being thrown into the mix. So
Yeah, no kidding. Again, we're talking with Cait Leary here on Artist Direct FM 100.5, her debut album coming out tonight. In fact, we felt so lucky. We got one of the earliest copies.
Yeah, you did. It's exciting. I'm just sending them everywhere, and yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
We treated it lovingly, like, look, it's a new one. Yay!
Yeah.
So we have to ask. We don't have to, and you don't have to answer, but how long ago did you graduate from college?
Graduated last May, I think.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, is that right? 2010.
There's
so
been a
a
lot-
year and
It's been a big year.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a year and a half. Yeah, there's been a lot going on with you. And where did you go to school?
I went to school in UW Eau Claire.
Yep.
actually.
So I was going to say, because you know, we know you're young, but because you've got so much ahead of you, but you've got such an interesting way of writing about things that I think folks in almost any stage of life would understand and feel and sense in terms of lyrically. Do you think of that when you're writing, or is it just something that you're experiencing and it comes out that it's more universal than even you knew?
Oh, first of all, thank you. I appreciate that. I guess for me, songwriting is about trying to understand an emotion that I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
And so the idea that they're relatable to everyone else is just kind of a bonus, because I'm using it to understand what's going on in my life, and then to be able to share it with people and for them to go, oh yeah, I get that too. That's really cool.
That's
So
nice.
it just kind of works out, I guess.
And did you find yourself with that kind of a mindset when you were writing songs 5-6 years ago, or is that something that's come to you here more recently?
The same mindset. I
Yeah.
mean, it's always kind of been about the same thing for me. It's kind of selfish. I need to figure out what's going on in my life. How can I organize my thoughts? Oh, I'll organize them in a melodic form.
That's nice.
And it's
Does it
kind
ever
of-
get embarrassing for you? Like to
I
unveil
don't-
yourself like that?
You know, Brett asked me that in studio. He used to say, Cait, that song is really personal. And I guess I don't really notice because I sing them over and over to myself, and then it kind of, the process is done for me, and it's just there, and it's something fun to sing, and I can kind of go back into the emotion when I'm singing it, but it really, the songs have served their purpose once they've gone through me and they're on a piece of paper, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you find yourself having to explain them before or after you perform them?
It's funny because I would prefer that listeners get whatever they get out of the song on their own. I would like people to take whatever they want to take from what I'm giving them.
Yeah.
But I also understand that a lot of people really want to know where I was coming from, too. So I'm kind of torn between telling people what they're about and not telling them. I don't know. I've got friends that listen to the album, and they come up to me and they're like, Cait, what's that song about? And I'll kind of give them the backstory on it, and they say, oh, my gosh, that makes it so much better. I want to listen to it more now. I want to listen to it again. It's like, well, dang it, maybe I should write a backstory for each one and put that in the album, too. I don't know. I don't know what to do about that.
Well, no, it's a good. I mean, writers of novels throughout the ages have dealt with the same issue. Do we open into interpretation from our own perspective, or do we really want to know what it is that drove them to write that exact thing? And there maybe isn't one right answer.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, all my songs come from experience that I've witnessed in other people, friends dealing with problems, friends dealing with good times. I write about those too. So, yeah, they all have a story behind them somewhere.
Now, you taught yourself to play guitar?
I did. My dad had a classical just kind of sitting around the house, and I kind of asked him, what's a C chord, what's a G chord, and he'd show me. But other than that, it just kind of became an outlet for me when I didn't want to study. So I got good at it kind of fast. I just didn't really want to do my homework and go play guitar instead.
The procrastination tool becomes the career.
Exactly. It's amazing how that works.
That's fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
we really are excited about getting to know you and your music. Again, I want to remind everyone listening that we're speaking with Cait Leary. Her debut album, Just Let Me Have Tonight, comes out tonight at a CD release party at Nick and Eddie's in Minneapolis. And we're just excited to know about you. Now, where can people find you online?
Oh, gosh. I guess just Google me. I'm working on a website right now. My graphic designer kind of is making it a bigger deal than it needs to be, I think. But she's excellent. I'm really lucky to have her. So I'm letting her do her creative process thing. It should be, I would say, in the next couple of months I'll have it up and running. But other than that, Facebook, I'm on Reverb Nation. I'm on SoundCloud. You can look me up on YouTube. I have 2 separate YouTube pages, and I have one started with my lead guitarist on there too. We do a lot of duets together and stuff like that. So
let's make sure we spell your name right when we look you up, because it's Cait, C-A-I-T.
It is. It's with
Leary.
a C. Thank you for reminding me.
C-A-I-T-L-E-A-R-Y. I'm not reminding you, Cait. I'm reminding people who are looking for you. Hopefully, after all this songwriting and all this work, you know how to get it.
Yeah. How do I spell my name again? I don't remember.
By the way, if your designer is the same one who did your album design, your site's going to look great eventually.
Yeah, isn't she great?
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Chelsea Oliver, and her company's called Missing Link Graphics, and she's based here out of the cities. But Clay Ryness did all the photography for the album, and he was awesome. He just, I'm not really a natural, I don't even know how to say that. It was the most awkward experience of my life, but somehow he got these great pictures out of it. I'm not really sure how that works out. But yeah, he's awesome.
You're gearing up for a show tonight at Nick and Eddie's, and when you play, and this is a special show, obviously. But if we're going to get a chance to see you tonight, if anybody's going to be in the cities, or for any other show that you do, what are we up for tonight? What kind of experience, and is it just you, or do you have anybody playing with you?
Yeah, I've got. Let's see here. What kind of music? We've got an opening act. They're called the Silver City Millers, and they're very folk-based, very traditional. They play a lot of songs where they can't even trace the author. That's kind of fun. It's a guitarist and a mandolin player, and he plays harmonica too, the guitarist does. So that's a fun sound. And then I've got the lead singer and the bass player, who are actually twin brothers of a popular rock band called Chester Bay. They'll be doing a little acoustic act. They call themselves the Boston Brothers. And they actually just released a CD, too. That's fun. And then my guitarist is going to play a solo set because he's working on his own solo CD. Everyone's doing solo CDs, so we're trying to give everyone a little share of the spotlight tonight.
Well, no wonder you can't hit the stage until 11 o'clock.
Exactly.
This is a night of music.
It was hard. We were going to try to get on earlier, but Nick and Eddie is a restaurant, too, and so it would have been kind of confusing for the whole process if people were coming in to eat and didn't really want to see the cover. And, yeah. So.
Well, once you get this big weekend out of the way and you get the big CD release party done tonight, come on back down to the La Crosse area and play for us down here a little closer to home for us here in the Tri-State.
Absolutely. I kind of want to come back to Decorah. It's been a couple years since I've been down there. I used to have a really good friend who went to school at Luther, so
Super.
Definitely.
I like the area.
Do it. Come on down. We'd love to have you.
Come on down, and the Root Note's opened its doors again, so that'd be a nice place
in La Crosse, absolutely.
Too. So we're going to play a song and let you go gear up for tonight's show. What do we have lined up?
Again,
Jen?
we're talking with Cait Leary here in Artist Direct, and I want to thank Holstrom Jewelers on Elm Street in Cresco for supporting live, regional, and national music. And Cait having her show tonight. We're gonna end the program here with the first track off of your debut album coming out tonight, Cait. It's I'm So Bad. What do you want to tell us about this song? Do you want to tell us anything about this song? Or should we glean our own information?
This song is about my husband.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Does he know it's about him?
And I'm not that bad, apparently.
So does he know it's about him?
He does. He's very supportive.
All right, fair enough. It's Cait Leary. Thanks for joining us again here on Artist Direct, Cait.
Thank you very much for having me. You guys have a good day.
You too. Here's Cait Leary and I'm So Bad.
I've been getting this feeling that something ain't right with you. Ever since you touched me, baby, it made me guilty too. You had to reach me. It was only a question of time, and I had to reach back to you and touch what I knew was in mine, and it's bad. So bad. 'Cause I know you don't so bad. You know that you want it. Said it's only a matter of time, and I'll keep you looking at me until you cross that line. Too early in the morning to be so immersed in you. I could pretend I don't love you crazy. Oh, but gotta do it, it's bad. So bad. 'Cause I know you don't belong to me, and I'm glad. So glad. 'Cause you're lacking some integrity, matter of fact. I'm a hypocrite for tempting you like that. So shame on you, shame on me, I'm so bad. Oh, you know you don't love me, baby. You don't love me. No, you don't love me, baby. That's why you can't leave me alone, and it's bad. So bad. 'Cause I know you don't belong to me, and I'm glad. So glad. 'Cause you're lacking some integrity, matter of fact. I'm a hypocrite for tempting you like that. So shame on you, shame on me, I'm so bad. I'm so bad, I'm so bad.
Thank you for listening to Artist Direct, presented by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco. Catch Artist Direct again next week, right here on FM 100.5,